Hi friends, today I have come up with a very interesting case. She is Miss Deval. She is Miss Deval. Due to some anxiety disorder, she had consumed acid on 18th April of this year. She was wheeled in my ICU with profuse shock and severe sweating, severe pain in the epigastrium. So we resuscitated her and treated her conservatively. She was in ICU for around 1 week. Then we extended her stay up to 3-4 more days. She recovered. So she was on plain IV fluids, then pantoprazole, painkillers. We were maintaining the input-output balance. As she is coming from a far-off place, so urgent endoscopy was not possible. Then once she was settled, we shifted her in the room. So in the room, she was alright for 3-4 days. But suddenly, on the 15th day, she developed severe breathlessness. So we shifted her again back to the ICU and we did her X-ray. So both her lungs were flooded with water, fluids. So we were surprised what has happened. So possibly there was a rupture in the esophagus, which the rupture occurred due to the acid ingestion, and she had developed mediastinitis. So she was intubated, kept on positive pressure respiration on a ventilator, given wide spectrum antibiotics, and we waited conservatively. To our surprise, the perforation of the esophagus must be a small one. So her mediastinitis started recovering. There is no again filling of the pleural spaces with the fluid. And within 7-8 days on ventilator, she recovered. So we were happy that she's gone, she'll go home. Then we did her feeding jejunostomy. It is like they are here only. So we started the feeding. But again, after about 6 more days of feeding jejunostomy, she started developing severe, discharge from the stitch of the feeding jejunostomy. So we were surprised, and the fluid which was coming out from the stitch was bilious in nature, almost green in color. So we treated conservatively, but that discharge was continuously coming out of the stitches taken on the abdominal wall. So then we did a triple phase abdominal and CT scan. And to our surprise, we found out that the stomach, anterior wall of stomach, had partially given way, and a fistulous tract has developed up to the anterior abdominal wall, and so whatever bile is being discharged in the stomach was coming out of the anterior abdominal wall. So what to do now? I told no, you cannot operate this patient or she will die on table. Treat her conservatively. So we went on giving feeding, we gave her antibiotics, we did the dressing at least 3 times. So the discharge slowly decreased to about 70%. Then we discharged the patient and told them that they should do the dressing 3 times a day at home, go on giving feed. And today is 31st of May. So in almost 1.5 months, she has again come for follow-up. That discharge has stopped. So probably the fistula has self-closed. Now she is better. There is no discharge, no pain. So we'll be continuing with the jejunostomy feeding for another month or 1.5 months. Once her condition totally stabilizes, we'll be doing again a barium study, then a triple phase study to see the intactness of the GI tract, and then we'll be starting our oral feeding. So this was, for your information, a very interesting case of acid poisoning which has developed mediastinitis, and also stomach fistula up to the anterior abdominal wall. She is passing stool. So after from jejunum, the lower part of GI seems to be alright. There is no other problem. So this was an interesting case. So I thought we'd like to share. Thank you so much.